Good evening, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get this quiz started in a few short moments here. If you're checking out the game for the first time ever, we welcome you to come on over and play with us. If you play with us twice a week or once a week, glad to have you back. You know what to do. But to those of you who may be new to the process, you can come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com to get your answer sheet for this evening. Once you get there, it is a fully interactive answer sheet, and you'll notice that we're looking for a few sign-up details to get you started this evening. Item number 1, we're looking for a team name followed by an email address, and then you can let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. If you're part of the league, you should check out your standings, see how it's going thus far. It is week 5 of season 53 of NYC Trivia League. And if you go to nyctrivialeague.com/standings, you can see what's up, see how it's going so far. What it means to be part of the league is that we keep track of your score every time you play and see how you measure up against the other teams who are playing here with us this season. So get signed up here this evening at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. We are going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia this evening. Our first 3 categories are question and answer rounds, and each of them have 10 questions in them. And our fourth and final theme of the evening is a picture round. For the majority of the quiz, here is how it's going to flow. I'm going to be asking you a question. As I ask it, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet, so you will be able to see the questions as I'm asking them. They may have multiple choice options, but the vast majority of your questions this evening are going to be short answer in nature. Enter in the response that you think is correct, and then please click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Look out for that countdown timer, everyone. It could catch up on you. And just make sure you click the button before the timer gets you. Let's say you change your mind about what your answer is and you still have enough time on the timer to enter in a new response. Go for it, but just make sure that you click the submit answers button again so we get your new response. Also, working here behind the scenes tonight to make sure that you get the points that you deserve to get is the wonderful Trivia Peter. We love you, Peter. You're the best. Thank you for being here. And Peter will make sure that if you spell something wrong or phrase something a little differently than what we anticipated, that you get the points that you deserve to get. Thank you so much, Peter. If you're just joining us, hi there and welcome. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I am Meredith. I will be your trivia host this evening. Team 578 hearing our theme music for the first time. Glad you got to check it out. If you missed it, here it is again. It's real quick. Our fourth and final theme tonight is going to be a picture round, which functions differently than our first 3 categories. And I will talk you through the specifics of that part of the game when we get to that point. No reason to talk about it now. Get your team signed up now by coming to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. I do have 2 rules for the game tonight that I ask that you abide by. The first rule, most intrinsic rule and most important rule of trivia: don't cheat at this game. Don't look the answers up. It completely defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. So ultimately, you're cheating yourself if you are Googling answers using any sort of search engine or reference materials. That's not the point. Don't let the robot overlords win. Play fairly. Don't cheat. Rule number 2, refrain from giving away the answers in the chat. That's it. That's all we ask of you. It is your last opportunity to get signed up for tonight's quiz before we dive into our first round this evening. Quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. That is where you get your virtual answer sheet. Enter in your team name, email address. Let us know if you're in the league, and you will be joining the likes of the Helsinki Syndrome down to the Rubber Yolks and every team in between. Welcome tonight. Good luck on the quiz. Let's dive into our first round. Round number one tonight is in the category of stop motion. We're talking about stop motion animation in our first round. Let's do it. Round one. Question one. Coming 23 years after the release of the original, Netflix acquired the sequel rights to what 2000 Aardman animation film about a poultry prison escape? Name that 2000 film. That 2000 Aardman animation film that's getting a sequel coming out later this year. It's Chicken Run. Chicken Run is coming back with another installment. Mel Gibson, however, is not coming back. Our second question of this round. What Adult Swim show premiered in 2005 featuring skits and vignettes using toys and dolls from pop culture, headed by screenwriter Matthew Senreich and actor Seth Green? That Adult Swim show that features stop motion dolls and toys, it is called Robot Chicken. We're getting this game started with lots of poultry here this evening. Our third question of the night. In order to create a smooth looking finished product, many stop motion animations today are created with a series of still images displayed at 24 FPS. What does FPS stand for? 24 FPS. The industry standard, I suppose. It stands for frames per second. Frames per second is your correct response. It is wild to think that Chicken Run came out 23 years ago and that the year 2000 was that long ago. Hi, everyone. Time moves along, whether you wanted to or not. Our fourth question of this stop motion round. Here we go. Phil Tippett's stop motion animated movie Mad God was finally released in the US in 2022 after 30 years in production. Tippett is known for having pioneered a technique called Go Motion, which was used in pre production for the creatures in what 1993 movie? 'Peter, that just can't be right.' I know it is, but that's wild to think that 2000 was as far from 1977 as 2000 is from now. I do have an answer for you all for number four. Phil Tippett, he did continue to work on this movie, though Go Motion did not end up being used. It's Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, your correct answer. And to the keen eyes out there, you likely noticed that Jurassic Park, of course, is a movie made by Steven Spielberg. You been Spielberged, folks. Our fifth question of the night. Phil Knight is the owner of the stop motion animation studio Leica, but he is perhaps best known as the co founder of what company, headquartered in Oregon, that is the world's largest supplier of athletic shoes? Phil Knight owns Leica and is a co founder of Nike, Nike Incorporated. Your answer for number five. Our sixth question in this stop motion round. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On made the jump from computer screens to the big screen with what actress returning to provide the voice of the title character? Such a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's really sweet. I loved it. Marcel the Shell, voiced by Jenny Slate. Jenny Slate, your correct response for number six. Our seventh question in this round. The most recent film by director of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Henry Selick, is a Netflix release called Wendell and Wild that stars what comedic duo who had their own Comedy Central sketch show from 2012 through 2015? That comedic duo who are the voices of Wendell and Wild and the inspiration for the way the characters look. Also, one of them a co-writer on the movie. It's Key and Peele, Keegan Michael Key and Jordan Peele. Your answers for number seven. On to our eighth question in this stop motion round. Released in 2009, what was the first stop motion animated feature film to be directed by Wes Anderson? The first stop motion feature film to be directed by Wes Anderson was the fantastic Mr. Fox. He went on to do Isle of Dogs, which was released in 2018, has used stop motion in other projects, but those are the two that are fully stop motion animated. Our ninth question in this round. What handyman, whose show was originally produced in England using stop motion animation, can fix anything, along with the help of his construction vehicle friends Dizzy, Lofty, Rolly, Scoop, and Muck? Dizzy, Lofty, Rolly, Scoop, and Muck are the vehicular friends of Bob the Builder is your answer there. And we are on to our final question in this stop motion round. Oh, you did very well on that one. 92% of you all got that one right. I'm going to go ahead and call that one a social. It's the closest we've had thus far. Question number 10 in 2009. What adaptation of a Neil Gaiman novella about doppelgangers with buttons for eyes was the first stop motion feature film created by Leica Studios? The first stop motion movie made by Leica Studios was Coraline. Coraline, their first movie. That brings us to the end of this stop motion round. 76% of you all got that one right. Let's see how our teams are doing thus far. We've got a huge tie here in first place. All of these teams have perfect scores thus far. You know your stop motion. 10 out of 10, the Rubber Yolks, Mia Goth, the Quizlamic State, Oliver Bean, Swearwolves, McClunky, the Fluffiest Nando, these people, the Beer Naked Ladies, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, Team 570, 8. The Blue Shells, Team 578, and Avis and Bobo. Impressive first round for all of you. We shall see if you can hold on to those perfect scores in our second round tonight. We do private events, everyone, and we would love to work with you. You can reach out to me, Meredith, at nyctrivialeague.com, and we'll get talking about the best way to put together an event for you. We do virtual events, in-person events. We have all kinds of offerings, and we are here to customize the content to your specifications. Maybe you've got something special coming up, like a landmark birthday, and you want to do something special. Maybe you're getting married and you're going to have a bridal shower, something like that. Whatever it might be, we want to be a part of it. Reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com. Our second round tonight is in the category of political nicknames. Political nicknames is the theme. Let's do it. Round 2, question number 1. Fill in the blank. Abraham Lincoln has the nicknames Honest Abe and the Great Blank because of his 1863 proclamation. Abraham Lincoln, Honest Abe, or the Great Emancipator, something else that you might call him, the Great Emancipator. Your correct response for number 1. Our second question in this political nicknames round. In his youth, President Obama went by what nickname rather than Barack? I'm sure people still call him this. I've heard it said. He didn't go by Barack as a kid. Instead, he went by Barry. Barry, your correct answer for number 2. Our third question in this round. Because of his ferociousness and, by some accounts, resemblance to the breed, Winston Churchill had the nickname British what kind of canine? You might know Winston Churchill as British Bulldog is your answer there. Bulldog. Our fourth question in round number two. What military commander and eventual emperor was known as the Little Corporal? The Little Corporal, you may know better as Napoleon Bonaparte, your answer for number four. Our fifth question in this round. Ooh, look at that. 96% of you all got Napoleon right. It's a social. Number five, in 2019, what Utah senator admitted that he ran a Twitter account under the assumed name Pierre Delecto in order to send out messages that were critical of his own party? What a name. Pierre Delecto. Your correct answer for number five is Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, aka Pierre Delecto. Question number six. What 15th president of the United States was known as the Old Public Functionary or Old Buck? The latter possibly a play on his name. Old Public Functionary, Old Buck. Nicknames for James Buchanan is your correct answer for number six. Our seventh question of this round. The 1940 film Newt Rockney All American was the origin of what US president's nickname, the Gipper? Newt Rockney, All American. This president literally played the Gipper in that movie. It's Ronald Reagan, the actor. Your correct answer for number seven. Our eighth question in this round. Auntie Cindy is a nickname that some use for Jacinda Ardern, the prime minister of what country? Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, is your correct answer for number eight. Our ninth question in our political nicknames round. Arnold Schwarzenegger was given what portmanteau nickname when he held political office in California beginning in 2003? Well, Helsinki syndrome. Thank you for sharing the breaking news. Jacinda Ardern not seeking re-election. Good to know. I hadn't heard yet. Your answer here for number 9, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't do a good Arnold. I'm not going to try. The Governator is your correct answer for number 9. 84% of you all got that one right. And we're on to our final question of round number 2. Oh, perhaps she was inspired by a Willa Cather novel when Kamala Harris came up with what Secret Service code name? That means the first to explore a new area. If you know your Willa Cather novels, you know that it's Pioneers. Pioneer is Kamala Harris's Secret Service code name. That brings us to the end of our second round here this evening. 51% of you all got that one right. It has shaken things up this second round. We've got a huge tie in sixth place. 19 points all of you have. But let's check out these teams who are still tied in first and still have perfect scores. 20 out of a possible 20 points, 2 rounds into our game. The Quizlamic State, McClunky, the fluffiest Nando, the Beer Naked Ladies, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Blue Shells. So many of you are very much in the mix here in this game. Don't give up hope. Things could turn around. We're only halfway through. Halfway there. Living on a prayer. Our third round. Let's do it. Round number 3 tonight is in the category of compound words. Let's do it. All of your answers in this round are going to be compound words. Here's our first question. A compound word is formed when 2 or more words merge to form a new word, such as what type of mustache, named for a part of the bicycle that Hall of Fame pitcher Rollie Fingers famously sported. Good guessing, Rosemary. Glad that one paid off. The compound word we're looking for here is handlebar, as in a handlebar mustache. We got handle, we got bar coming together for handlebar. On to our second question. Ooh, you nailed that one. 96% of you all got it. It's a social. Question number 2. What synonym for abattoir appears in the title of a 1969 book that features the characters Billy Pilgrim and Kilgore Trout? An abattoir, you likely know better as a slaughterhouse, as in Slaughterhouse 5. Slaughterhouse, your correct answer for number 2. Our third question in this round. Kentucky, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Virginia are the 4 U.S. states that are designated by title as what compound word? Kentucky, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Virginia are all commonwealths. Commonwealths, your correct response there. Uh, I'm sure there were some wild spellings coming in for maybe slaughterhouse. I don't know. Commonwealths. Also, Jackie, you think we're asking just New York State questions? I see your winky face. I don't think we've mentioned New York all night. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. Our fourth question in round three: what aquatic animal that lacks a centralized brain are also known as asteroids due to being in the class Asteroidea? Have to remind myself to call them asteroidea next time they come up in my life. An asteroid, rather. You know them better as starfish. Starfish, asteroid. Let's see how you did there. I suspect it was a little difficult. 41% of you all got it right. You pulled it off. Well done. Our fifth question in this compound words round: believed to be invented in New Orleans in the early 1900s. What minty cocktail consists of equal parts green creme de menthe, white creme de cacao, and cream? Sounds like a very sweet and filling drink. I think I'll pass. It's called a grasshopper. Grasshopper is the compound word we were looking for number five. Our sixth question in this round: what compound word? What compound word is a broad genre of physical comedy that gets its name from a sound effect made with two thin slats of wood to emphasize one actor striking another? Two thin slats of wood come together to emphasize one actor striking another. It's slapstick comedy. Slapstick, your correct answer for number six. Our seventh question of this round. Oh, you nailed that one. 96% of you got it. Question number seven: Michael Keaton won an Emmy in 2022 for playing Dr. Samuel Phoenix in what Hulu miniseries based on the Beth Macy book of the same name about the US opioid epidemic? That Hulu miniseries and book by Beth Macy are both called Dope Sick. Dope Sick, your correct answer there. We've got three more questions in this round. Then we're moving on to the picture round, our final category of the evening. Number eight. What genre of music that originated in South London in the early 2000s is characterized by the use of syncopated rhythmic patterns, prominent bass lines, and a dark tone? This electronic dance music genre inspired American DJs Skrillex and Bass Nectar. That genre of music is called dubstep. Dubstep is the compound word we were looking for number 8. Our ninth question in this round. In Shakespeare's The Tragedy of Julius Caesar, a character simply known as what warns Caesar, beware the Ides of March? This word for someone who's able to foresee the future comes from Middle English for someone who speaks the truth. The name of that foreseer of the future in Julius Caesar is simply the soothsayer. Soothsayer, the word we had in mind there. And our final question in this compound words round before we move on to the picture round. Here we go. What 1999 cult comedy starred Rose McGowan, Rebecca Gayheart, and Julie Benz as teenagers who accidentally kill their friend in a prank where she chokes on a certain type of candy? I loved this movie. It's really upsetting and very fun. I do have good news for you all. If you weren't familiar with the movie, this one was my hint of the night on Instagram. If y'all follow me at Trivia Meredith on Instagram, you would have known at some point this evening that Jawbreaker was going to come up. Jawbreaker, your correct answer for number 10. Let's see how you did. We've got 75% of you all got that one right. That means some of you need to follow me. I'll help you out. And our next clue is going to be coming up on Monday for our quiz, which you can find right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And then, of course, our next quiz after that will be on Wednesday, a week from now. Same time, same place. Check it out. I will help you out with a quiz, with the quiz, rather, with 1 point at least. Also, yes, Rosemary, thanks for checking in on that. There is no The Movie Quiz this evening. The Movie Quiz will be coming back in February sometime. The exact date to be determined. So stay tuned for announcements about that right here. I'll make sure to let you know. Also, you can follow Trivia Man on Instagram, and I'm sure he will keep you all informed about the upcoming The Movie Quiz schedule. Our final theme tonight, it's the picture round, everybody. And this evening, it is in the category of Hanks You Very Much. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of people who are named either Hank or Henry, and it is your job to name the person based on their image. On your answer sheet, you're going to be able to see all 10 images at the same time. Each of the images have a number inside of them, and underneath the 10 images are 10 numbered blanks. Check out the person's face and then scroll down, enter in their name on the corresponding numbered line. So, yes, order does matter in this round. We're going to give you all 5 minutes on the clock to work on the picture round this evening. At the end of the 5 minutes, we'll go over the correct answers and then we'll close out the quiz with a tiebreaker question tonight. So make sure you stick around for the tiebreaker. We are looking for the name of the person named Henry or Hank. Here they are. Good luck, everyone. See you in 5 minutes. Oh, hi, everyone. Over here next to one of these Henrys or Hanks. We're about halfway through the round. Hope it's going well for you all. And we're going to wrap things up in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So start making some guesses if you have any blanks there. I'll check back in shortly. All right, everyone. The time has come. If you haven't done so already, you might want to submit those responses. Keep an eye out. The countdown timer is going to get started very soon. So enter in some answers. If you have any blanks left, good luck. One thing I really like about structuring the picture round in this way is it builds a little bit of suspense here at the end of the game in terms of your final standings. We don't get to see it accumulate. Instead, we get to see what happens all at once here. If you haven't done so already, the timer has run out. So I hope you clicked submit answers. And let's check out the correct answers for this Hanks You Very Much round. Henry's, Hanks, Image one, that's Hank Aaron. Image number two is Henry Cavill. Number three is Hank Azaria. Image number four is Henry Ford. Image number five, that is Hank Williams. Number six is Henry Winkler. Number seven is Tom Hanks. Number eight is Henry the Eighth. Number nine is Henri Matisse. And number 10 is Henry Golding. All right, let's see what happened there. How'd you do? Scores coming at you all, and we do have that tiebreaker question coming up. Henri Matisse happened to be the most difficult one, with only 11% of you all getting it right. And Henry VIII and Tom Hanks, the easiest ones, with 91% of you all getting those two right. The tiebreaker question tonight is going to have a number as an answer. And as always, it is your goal to place your best guess. And whoever is closest to the correct response, should you end up in a tie here this evening, is going to break that tie, meaning you can guess over or under the answer. Whoever's closer is the winner. Here's your question. In what year was Henri Matisse born? I'm going to go ahead and call it and say that a few teams, at least, without having cheated, are going to get this one right. The reason being, I see the answers you all put in from week to week, and very often they include either the number 420 or 69. And Henri Matisse happened to be born in 1869. Let's see how many of you actually got that one right on the money. I'm guessing about 30%. 9%. It happened. A few of you. Thank you all so much for playing here tonight. If your team ended up in the top 15 or so this evening, we will post the scores with the tiebreakers figured out over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. So keep an eye out to see what ended up happening here tonight. And reminder, everyone, we will be back on Monday for our next quiz. On your answer sheets tonight, there are some tipping widgets. Help us out if you enjoyed the game. Show your support. We'd love to keep this quiz going forever. And your tips show us that you would like to see that as well. Thank you so much for playing tonight. Let's head on over to the winner's circle. Congratulations to our top teams this evening. Tied in 17th place with 35 points, Porch Turd, Chi-Chi's Forever, and Avis and Bobo. Tied in 14th with 36 points, we have Little Lord Fuckleroy, Bouncy Boys, and Gord Squashington. Tied in 9th with 37 points, J and J, Team 570. 8. The Blue Shells, Team 578, and Jack Ash Incorporated. Tied in 6th with 38 points, the Rubber Yolks. These people, the greater good, the greater good. And tied in first tonight. Very exciting, huge tie in that top spot. And I'm happy to report no perfect scores this evening, though you all were very close. 39 out of a possible 40 points. The Quizlamic State, the fluffiest Nando, the Beer Naked Ladies, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Helsinki Syndrome. Well played. We'll see what happened based on your tiebreaker responses. It's been a joy being your host tonight, everyone. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Thank you, Peter, for keeping things running behind the scenes here tonight. Thank you, Cullen, for making this game possible. Thank you, Mur, for creating the software that you all played the quiz on this evening. And most of all, thank you for playing tonight. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. We appreciate you. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and that we'll see you back here on Monday for our next quiz. Good night, everybody.